I'm Jason, and this is Level Up Hobbies, where I build, paint, and play tabletop games. Now today I'm going to continue my contrast painting series, where I take a model and I paint it up to parade-ready standards using mainly contrast paints and then highlights from there. Today I'm going to be painting the Iconic Ultramarines Space Marine. So sit back and relax, let's get painting. Enjoy. Okay, we're going to start painting this Ultramarines intercessor here, assault intercessor. I've already primed the model with Vallejo black surface primer. And now I'm going to give it a very heavy kind of zenithal highlight with Citadel's Gray Seer. We're going to begin adding some color to this ultramarine here. And for that, we are going to be using the, ironically, Ultramarines blue. So let's go ahead and get this cracked open and see what we get. I'm using just kind of a older beat up brush because this contrast paint is not good on your brushes. It will run up the bristles and into the ferrule, and it'll ruin your brush. So don't use something nice and new. Okay, now we're going to begin highlighting up this blue armor here. And for that, we're going to just be doing some line highlighting with some Fenrisian Gray. Okay, so now we're going to begin painting everything that is going to be black. That's going to include the
the gun, sword, and then all of the ribbed bodysuit panels and stuff that's exposed. Also, there's a couple straps on his armor that will end up being black. So we'll go ahead and start laying that out. And for that, we are using Black Templar. I've said it before, like anymore, like I really don't even put any type of base coat down for the black, because it's got very, very good coverage. So I just put it right over the top of any overspray or color that's kind of collected there. I really don't have to worry about that. And it's nice, like if you have like the blue in these little creases here, it'll have kind of like a blue undertone. So if you don't want that, then definitely base coat it in like gray sear. But if that's okay, and there's no point in it. We're going to highlight up those black pieces with some Administratum Gray. Ooh. Not too thin. I'm going to put another highlight on the blue, and for this I am using Ulthuan Gray. And this is just going to be a little dot highlight in a couple of the areas. It's nothing, it's not going to be like a hard edge highlight. I'm going to paint all of the leather on this guy in some Citadel Wraithbone. Now we're going to add some color to those pouches, and for that we are using Grunta fur. I like this one because it has a nice, I'm going to say like a warm, like a reddish brown tone to it. I think it'll look really good with this blue. I actually don't mind if it's a little blotchy on the leather. I think it adds a little bit more character to it. Because if you have like a worn piece of leather, it's not a uniform color. In general, there'd be like watermarks, water stains on it, and obviously we're going to add some scuff marks and stuff to it. So I think just having that variation really helps out. Alright, so those leather pouches and everything is dried, and to me the color is just a little too light, so I'm going to go ahead and add a second coating of the Grunta fur. Grunta fur, if I could say it correctly. So let's go ahead and get that added. And this will just deepen that color. Okay, we'll let that dry and come back, see how it looks, and then start adding highlights. Okay. Going to add some highlights to those pouches, to all the leather bits. And for that, we're going to be using some Rakarth flesh. Alright, we're now going to paint all of these silver pieces throughout the model. And for this, we are going to be using some Citadel Iron Warriors. This is a nice, deep silver base. It has really good coverage. I'm going to highlight up the silver with some Vallejo Game Color silver. I went ahead and I've already washed all of that in some Nolan oil. Okay, we're going to hit all the gold pieces like the chest emblem and the symbol here on the arm with some gold, and that's going to be Retributor armor. Alright, now we got all that gold on there. What I'm going to do is go ahead and give it a wash with some Citadel Seraphim Sepia. And this will bring down that shine a little bit, add some depth, some shadow to it, and then afterwards we'll bring that back up with some highlights. I'm now going to highlight up that gold with a 50-50 mix of Retributor armor and the Vallejo silver. Okay, so I am calling this guy done. I did a couple details off camera, like the purity seal here and the eye lenses of the helmet here. I also added the decals. We got his chapter decal over here, squad decal over here. And then I also put a campaign badge on his leg up front. Overall, I think this guy turned out very well. He started out, I was not very happy with the blue. It just seemed too dark for an Ultramarines. I just imagined them just a little bit lighter. As you can tell from, let me grab this guy here, from this Captain Ventress that I did a couple weeks ago. I just did him a little bit lighter, and that's just my idea of what the Ultramarines should look like. Doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong. It's just, my interpretation of them. But after I layered up all the details on this guy and, the highlights and decals, it really pulled everything together, and I'm very happy with it. I hope you guys are happy with it too. 'Cause this was fun. I'm really enjoying this contrast series that I'm doing. I'm learning more every video that I make, every model that I paint with it, of what you can do with these contrast colors. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm going to continue doing it. So on that note, I will go ahead and close out this video. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Thanks for joining me today on Level Up Hobbies as I continued my contrast painting series with this Ultramarines Assault Intercessor. Now, at first I wasn't very happy with this model because the blue was a lot darker than I imagined the Ultramarines should be. But after I layered up the details and the highlights, it really brought that color back down, and it was a very enjoyable model to paint. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below, and remember to go ahead and smash that bell icon so you can be notified whenever I drop a new video. Thanks again, and remember to build, paint, and above all, play games. Later.